we have our carrots and our fennel getting ready to cook up. Yay! Some quartered artichoke hearts. So we have our pretty fennel all cut up.
The carrots are not.
And our carrots are in the bowl, and we have the fennel, I don't know what they're called, stalks that are going to be cut up sort of like the carrots.
Okay.
Isn't that pretty fennel? Have you cooked with fennel a lot?
Not a lot, no, very seldom.
It's supposed to be really good for you. So he told me, my doctor told me to go on the Mediterranean diet. I've been on every single diet, including the Mediterranean diet. But what I didn't do right about the Mediterranean diet, he said, you know, you got to put more foods in there that are in the Mediterranean diet. So that's things like the leeks and the different beans that they use and different stuff like that. So
you're getting really close to a vegan diet.
Well, I was vegan for a really long time. I've been vegetarian since I was 9, and a failed vegan, off and on. And I then when I got sick, everyone was telling me all these different diets to go on, and I finally went. They told me you have to start eating meat.
No, you don't.
I know, but in an effort to try everything. I have tried everything my doctors have told me to try, even if I thought it was wrong, even if it didn't make sense, in an effort to try everything to get well. So, and this was the hardest thing out of all the painful, awful things that I tried with them. This was the hardest thing I did because it went against my moral compass. Because it isn't that I don't like the taste of meat, it's that I think it's bad for the animals. I feel very bad for the animals, and I think it's bad for the environment as well. And so it went against my moral compass to do it, but it came down to me trying everything I could to survive. And so then I felt massive guilt for the first month because I was like, I'm choosing my life over their life, you know. I know, but that's how I was. That's how I was, because being a vegetarian to me was an emotional choice. It wasn't, you know, it was an emotional choice for me. So to go off of being vegetarian was an emotional choice.
Both my daughter and my granddaughter are vegans.
Oh, good for them. I love them already.
Jennifer and Madeline.
Yeah.
They're both vegans. And
but I am going to be doing fish occasionally. And then drizzled with, it's going to be cooked in avocado oil because avocado oil has a higher smoke point and it still maintains its health benefits when you cook with it. Then olive oil I save for after I cook because you destroy all the healthy goodness of olive oil when you cook with it, when you put heat on it. So what I do is then after I remove it from the heat, then I drizzle it with olive oil. It's going to be delicious. And we might throw a little dill in there since we have cod. We'll put dill in there as a seasoning. Dill and salt and pepper, and we'll use Himalayan sea salt.
Most of your foods have sugar in them, so you don't need to add
My
sugar.
foods don't. Processed foods have sugar in them, and that's one of the reasons I can't eat them. They have sugar, they have chemicals, they have all these fake foods. They have foods in there, they have wheat in there that they don't even have to put on the label because it's a small enough percentage. The artichoke hearts, and you drain them in the colander, you get all the juices out. I have a colander. I know. She's a good girl.
You think because you can hear a can opening, you're getting something to eat? No, no.
She's like, it's happened before. Look at all that goodness.
Oh yes, and the colors are beautiful.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to put some olive oil or avocado oil in there.
Avocado oil?
Avocado oil. Yeah. It's good for you, fat.
How much?
So I'll tell you when. So drizzle slowly. Oop, okay, that's enough. Well, that's why we have the spatula. Then you can sort of spread it evenly afterwards. So just sort of mix that all together so that the avocado oil goes everywhere, hopefully.
Yeah. That's interesting. I've never used avocado oil. I will have to do that.
Yeah, that's really good for you. First of all, it's one of the best oils to cook with because it retains its health benefits even after heating, and it has a higher smoke point. than most other oils. And the best thing about avocado oil is they've done studies proving how good it is for you. It's
Yes.
wonderful for inflammation. So things like rheumatoid arthritis.
I have arthritis.
Exactly. And also chronic fatigue syndrome is known to be now an inflammatory disease. So
Really?
yeah, Stanford did a study that showed it's an inflammatory disease. All the swelling I have, and the effects of the brain fog, they say is inflammation.
Like arthritis.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the brain fog is inflammation related.
Oh.
All my symptoms are inflammation related as well. And so anything I can do, and just for your general health, anything you can do to keep your inflammation down is a good thing. And so using avocado oil, it's an anti-inflammatory way of adding that. It's an anti-inflammatory cooking oil.
I'm gonna get.
It's so proven to be so good for you, like it's so well documented, that in France you can even get a prescription for avocado oil.
Oh.
You can a doctor will give you a prescription, you take it to the pharmacy and they give you avocado oil. It's that well known to be good for you. It's so pretty. Okay, so we put dill on there and pink Himalayan sea salt and pepper. It's gorgeous. And of course everything's coated in avocado oil. Nom nom. So we're gonna put it in the oven. I love how Annabelle wants to be involved in the process.
I think that's adorable.
Looks gorgeous and it smells amazing. And tomorrow I'll have some energy to actually eat it. Listen to that sizzle. It takes a lot longer to cook your vegetables than it does the fish. The fish only takes about 20 minutes. So I would recommend cooking the vegetables on the stovetop first and then adding them in with the fish in the stove and then adding them in the oven with the fish for the last 20 minutes. Or you can cook everything up with the fish for the first 20 minutes and then remove the fish and finish the vegetables on the stovetop. The beautiful thing about cast iron is it goes from stovetop and to oven and back to stovetop and it's not a problem. So you don't have to use a lot of different pans or skillets or anything like that going from the stovetop to the oven. So I love cast iron. Isn't it wonderful? She cracks me up. Hi, baby.